Okay, girls, let's talk about our schedule. It's our final day, and I think scheduling stuff in our busy schedule is probably the most important thing. Here's why. It can do one of two things. It can either overwhelm you to the point where it's not fun anymore, or you just feel like you can't fit it in, so you don't. So here's some tough love. You have already, a couple of you guys, since I've known you, started fitting in, 30 minutes of fitness a day, started fitting in food prep during your week. These were things a few months ago weren't happening. So I know that when you're passionate about something, you will fit in the time. And I believe that. But I also know, and you know this because you're teachers, you're educators, you're moms, that when you're passionate about something, that it can also take over your world. So I'm so guilty of that. When I first started in Beachbody, it was so easy to drop everything and answer texts or post on Facebook and just be in that moment every single time somebody needed me, because I guess I thought it was that important that it had to be answered right then. And to the point where my kids were asking me when I was going to get off my phone, or I wasn't getting other things done. And it wasn't because I was overwhelmed. It was because I loved it so much that I legitimately wanted to do it. But it was hurting the rest of my life. So here's my advice to you. I love that we're passionate about it. I love that fitness is taking over our world and our health, and that we're getting it together. But we need to be smart about it so we continue to love it, because you guys know how it is. When you become overwhelmed by something, it's not fun anymore. And I love doing this, and I want it to stay fun. So check out that productivity sheet that I posted. It will flip your world, and I'm not kidding. I have used it every single day since I've been back from San Diego. And it has really helped me map out my day, and I get everything done before I'm even home for the day. And so when I'm home, I am present with my family, which is my number one priority. So check it out. So that's my number one thing, is to remind you guys that this is fun and it is awesome and it can totally change your world. But make sure it's changing your world for the better, and you have control of that. So make sure that you utilize your resources to make sure that's happening. All right, that's thing number one. Thing number two, this is an amazing opportunity and can do so much for you. You guys know I went to San Diego recently, and every bit of it was paid because of my Beachbody business. I didn't have to dip into my family's finances for a penny, and how awesome is that feeling? So if you do put in the work, then the money will follow. That being said, I encourage you not to do it for the money, because then it doesn't become fun anymore. I actually had a chat with one of my coaches today, and she was contemplating not being a coach because it isn't fun anymore. She's not making money. It isn't what she thought it was going to be. And I had to give her some tough love and say, if it's about the money, then you're right. You're not doing this for the right reasons. You need to be doing this for you, and for your own health and for your own happiness. And then the byproduct is that you are sharing this amazing story with other people. And how cool is that? So that being said, I have a dear friend of mine from middle school that contacted me a couple weeks ago. She has a 4-month-old baby. She messaged me and said, hey, I see what you're doing. I want to be a part of that. She wasn't in a challenge group. She hadn't liked or commented on any of my stuff, but she's been watching me for almost a year. And so there's people that you are motivating, that you are inspiring, that you're not going to get any physical evidence from, whether it be in your challenge groups or on your posts. So be aware of that people are looking to you for advice and for motivation, whether you know it or not. So hopefully you take some pride in that. And I promise you, with that, there will be fruits of your labor. And the biggest fruit, obviously, is the happiness and the health that comes with it. But if some finances can come along with it, then rock on, right? So I'm excited for that. We're also going to talk about challenge groups, but I want to talk about that a little bit later and maybe even tomorrow. So if we go a day over, then I apologize. So hopefully this was helpful. Schedule your day. Check out your productivity sheet. Do not let this take over your world. Make it fun. Make it a social event. Make your workout your date night with your husband. Make eating fun and adventurous. Do whatever you have to do to make it fun for you. And how awesome if your business can be super crazy fun. That's what everybody wants. All right. Thank you, Misfits. Day 5 in the books.